Hey everyone, when we last left off, we had just cleared the ghost of Marowak as part of our relaxed speedrun. So now that we just entirely faced that fight, we don't have to go to the Rocket Game corner, there's no need for the self-scope. Our problem is just solved. What we can do is we will have to fight Jesse and James, which is a little bit different from Red and Blue, where you just have a bunch of Team Rocket grunts that you fight through. However, we have a nice little additional bonus here. Unfortunately, I hate to try it out on Meow, but we are going to use our X accuracy. That's not going to matter much because we will be using Horn Drill to get through this. I've never actually used this. I'll call it a cheese strat before. First off, Arbok's sprite is a little bit different. It's far more fetching than I think the blue sprite was. But anyway, so the Horn Drill X accuracy change order is changed in the next generation. The X accuracy doesn't anymore make all moves infinitely accurate. Instead, what it does is it just raises the accuracy, your accuracy, to 100. But that doesn't really change it won't change some of this stuff. Forgot that our repel wore off. But anyway, now we can talk to Mr. Fuji and we can get exactly what we need. So what we're gonna wanna do is, after we talk to Mr. Fuji and get the Poke Flute, we're gonna wanna head back to Celadon. There we go. Alright, the Poke Flute is required. We are gonna have to get through Snorlax regardless. But we want to fly to Celadon right now. And we are going to want to use the Pokemon Center. First off, we could use some of the heals. But another thing we want to do is remember that little dig loophole I showed you, which is where when you use dig, it'll take you back to the most recent Pokemon Center you used. Well, it's not like the biggest deal anymore because we do have Fly now and we can use Fly. However, it is a little bit more helpful to be able to just be able to dig and get back to Celadon if we need it. We are going to want to, though... Well, actually... Okay, you know what we want to do? Before we go down to the gym, we're going to want to head... And I think we want to do Silphco first. Technically, forgot you can't go that way. Once again, emphasis on the relaxed nature of the speedrun. But we want to go, because we have the fresh water, we're going to go to Saffron. And we are going to do Silphco. I think in a speedrun you do this because it's a little bit easier and then you can just do all the gyms at once, or at least do that with the with hitting all of the current gyms in that order. Silphco is going to be a little bit interesting. We're not going to do everything here. Instead, what we're going to do is you want to focus on using the elevator, which significantly cuts down our Silphco time. So, first thing you want to do is go to floor 10 of Silphco. So, now that we're on floor 10, we want to get around this guy, and we want to come down here. And by getting around there, we want to get the major items here, which, funny enough, are the you have some really good items, but you also have one that is going to make Nido King, our Riku, really powerful. Alright, so we're using one horn drill. What we want to get though is there is a Carbos here that you do want to get. A normal speedrun would probably ignore it, but again, because it's a bit more relaxed, we are going to use that on Riku, just to make him a little bit stronger. We could use the speed boost. I forget what this item is, let's just see. Oh, rare candy, alright, we do want to use that. And then here is TM26, which is for Earthquake, which is huge. We are going to teach over a move and give Earthquake to Riku right now. We're going to teach over Rock Slide, which seems funny because we just went through the hassle of getting Rock Slide. But yeah, that's how it goes in this playthrough. Like I said, you don't want to get too attached to any moves, and you certainly don't want Meowth scratching at the wall right here while I'm recording. I think he's a little mad that we don't have a Meowth on our team this time. Alright, so now we just want to go... well, first, you don't want to run into that guy. Probably want to go a little bit higher. But, alright, we'll take on the scientist here. But anyway, as you can see, we're really just going quickly through Silph Co. Very funny considering one of our longer episodes last time was going through Silph Co. And I had to do it multiple times because of the save state issue I was having. Luckily, our Earthquake TM is going to be super effective against both these guys' Pokemon. There we go. Just like in Kingdom Hearts, Riku is way overpowered. Okay, so now you come down this way. We're going to want to use... oh, okay, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Alright, well, let's see what we can make happen here. We want to get to a warp panel, which I think we can get to at this point. But if not, I know exactly where we need to go. I thought we would have taken out the goal back, but I guess not. Maybe we should still have Rock Slide. Alright, now I'm just going to Earthquake these guys. The Drowsy sprite looks a little bit better. So I was recently playing through Pokémon Stadium, making the video, which I guess by now, it hasn't come out while I'm recording this, but no, actually I think Pokémon Stadium is going to come out after Pokémon Yellow. So anyway, if it hasn't come out yet, I'll be doing a Pokémon Stadium little mini-series. And funny thing about that one, okay, yeah, we need the card key, so how are we gonna get around there? Oh, we go this way. There we go. Alright, so now you take this warp panel, you gotta fight this Rocket Grunt. And this is how we get the card key, after we beat him. But anyway, so I was playing through Pokémon Stadium, the original one. Not the original one from Japan, but the original one in the US. And what is really funny about that one is Drowsy's sprite is ridiculous. It really has a full elephant nose that's just, like, looks way longer and bulbous than I think at least any other media that I've ever seen depicting Drowsy. Okay, so we're gonna come here. You want to pick up the card key. And now we're gonna head back to over this place, open this door, and you want to get this item up here, which is TM9. Anyway, once you get that, I like to get TM9 just because it's a little convenient, but we can always sell it if we need to. But if we come over here, this is how we're gonna get to Gary, aka our rival, aka Andrew. So here we go. Yet again, we face off. Meow, come on. I hope y'all can hear him scratching. I don't know what he's trying to do, but this is gonna be another X accuracy fight. Let's see. Alright, we can tank this Swift. That's fine. He does have 5 Pokemon. So, we want to avoid his Sand Slash's Slash, though. Alright, let's chance it with Thunderbolt here. Alright, let's pray. Okay, good. Now we can use our one-hit KO moves on the rest of his team. Alright, now we can Horn Drill. And we can keep on Horn Drilling from here. Hopefully we're just faster. There we go, and after this, we are going to want to take on, which should be a Flareon. There we go. He's got his own booster now at this point. Okay. So because of our stat experience, we're going to be outspeeding things we really shouldn't be here, but, you know, we'll take it. We also want to make sure that we get the Lapras, because you want to make sure with the Lapras that you end up having someone who can use Surf. Alright, and because it's going to be our Surfer, and that's only going to be what it is, might as well just name it something accurate. I'll tell you, this GameCube controller is a little difficult still with the D-pad. Okay, so at least we have someone to teach Surf to. I do want to heal up right before we get into Giovanni, just to be safe. Probably could have used a potion if I had one. Huh. Oh, I forgot we have another Team Rocket battle. Jeez, we are facing them like crazy here. Alright, well this should hopefully be a good number of earthquakes. Alright. Luckily, Nidoking is going to do a lot of work against his Pokemon, so that'll be really helpful. Giovanni's really not that strong if you have a good counter for him. He has a lot of monotypes, and you can take care of a lot of them pretty easily. Let's try Thunderbolt. Hopefully we can knock it out in one hit. Alright, well, we'll take that at least. Would not be great for a speed run, but... Alright, there we go. Meowth is always going to give us a little bit of an extra boost. Okay, now we can go blast off at the speed of light again. Alright. Well, now we can go and take on Giovanni. He technically should use an X attack. I think we're going to here, just to be a little bit on the safe side. We did buy them. That's best practice for this fight against Giovanni, is you want to use at least an X attack to make sure that you can, well, just to make sure that you can actually beat him. It's cool seeing the purple on purple here. Alright, we're gonna use Earthquake, hopefully take him down. Excellent. Gonna do the same thing for Persian, which should come out next. Great. Persian's got a great sprite in this game. Wow. I really like that. You know, I'm glad we kept Meowie as a Meow. But hey, I do think Persian's really cool, man. That would have been fun to run through in Gen 1. Alright, let's use an Ice Beam here on Rhyhorn. That's going to be the best we can do. Great. And finally, against Nidoking versus Nidoqueen. We outspeed, and here we go. Alright. Wow, Riku's already at level 40. This guy's really leveling up a ton. He lost again. Ruined all our plans for self. Blah, 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 blah. Now we're going to be pretty happy that we have Celadon as our last dig spot. And this is why, in a speed run, at least. Because now we can use the bicycle, and we get over to facing the Snorlax here. Which, funny enough, you know, this Snorlax gave us a lot of trouble last time. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, we wouldn't do this in a speed run, but I do want to heal up. If we're going to be by the Pokemon Center, let's just heal up and get it over with. Alright, that way we don't have to use a PP up or something, like an elixir, etc. Alright, now we can use the bike again. See, it's like we don't even have Pikachu. It's like we're not even in Special Pikachu Edition. Alright, but anyway. Oh, I forgot you have to actually go in and use the Pokeflute. And then, funny enough, you just go... You can just run right from this fight. Snorlax looks great here. Wow, in full color too. Forgot how good this sprite looks. Alright, he returns to the mountains. You don't even get the text about it. Okay, now how do we navigate through... Oh, shoot. Alright, well... We kind of fell right into that one, I guess. This guy can use an Earthquake, I would say. We are going to want to use a Repel, because there's a rare candy you want to get on this route that I never knew existed until I started looking up what goes on in this, or you know, how some people do the speed runs here. So I think that's really cool. I don't know if it's just in yellow. Yeah, Now we can make it through. It's on this side here. Oh, you know what? It's more in the middle. I think it's one over. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, looks like it's 2 or 3 spaces up. I'm looking at a map. We shouldn't have run into that guy. But, or at least that's not how it's planned. But, you know what? Alright, let's do an ice beam. Why not? We haven't even used ice beam yet. Sorry, Machop. I know he's super effective against ice, but... Alright, let's see if we can use another ice beam on Machoke. Maybe we freeze him. Okay, there we go. And let's use a Thunderbolt. Why not? It is fun to try and speedrun this thing as fast as we can. I mean, as fast as I can, given all the uncertainty. Oh, of course it was just one tile up. Alright, great. Well, so you just come all the way down here, and that's how you avoid the remaining battles. So you just go all the way down. Oh, you know what? Meowth wants to be let out. We'll let him out while we do all that. He's not, he clearly doesn't want us to be winning any speedrun records. Okay, but you are going to want to go to the Safari Zone next. That's our next spot. Going to use a repel too. Alright. Fuchsia looks awesome here. Alright, Lidzard, use a cut. Cut again. And we are going to head into the Safari Zone, and for like the first time ever in my experience with the Safari Zone, we are going to... Oh, nope. Didn't want to be hitting B. We are going to use a repel in here, just that way we can get through fast. Or super repel, I should say. Okay. Normally you would use you would use your bike through here, but I want to make sure that we get through as quickly as we can, or as efficiently as we can, I should say. Alright, we want this Carbos. We're going to use that on Riku. We want some more speed. And then you want to come all the way up here, get over on this ledge. I know this really well, funny enough, because how many times I had to run through it, count them 3 to get execute for Egg Bomb. So I actually know this path like the back of my hand at this point. Okay. And that's coming in real handy now. Alright, we're going to use another Super Repel. And you know what? We have pretty much every item we want, so we can now blast through. Get the gold teeth, head on out, and then we're all good. Alright, gold teeth, and then we have a surfer as well. Finally, okay. And we're gonna teach Surf near immediately to Surfer. Ironic, huh? You don't want to teach it to Riku. He can learn it, but it's not worth your time. We're gonna dig out of here. And I'll take us right back to Celadon. And now that we're back in Celadon, we start hitting the gyms. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is we want to hit the Celadon gym. And then make sure that we can make our way through the remainder of the game. I mean, I don't really know how many episodes I thought this was going to take, but we're really starting to make our hay. I mean, at this point, like, you can see how quickly you can really get through this game. Alright, let's use Cut with Lip Zard. Okay, there we go. We're not going to talk to Creepy Guy. Make our way past here. Use Cut again. Gotta fight this girl to get to Erica. And then we're just going to be ice beaming it up. Oh, Execute looks pretty cool here. It's a bit more like the sprite in Blue, where it's got that big egg in the center, but I really like this one. Alright, sorry, Beauty. And now we can take on Erica. We are going to want to use an X special here. That's just because we want to make sure that we actually do a ton of damage with our ice beams. So Tangela here, I never really understood where its other eye was supposed to be. I think it's the thing on the left, but I'm not positive. Alright, and now it's just going to be ice beams into infinity. Alright. Great, look at Riku. One little interesting stat here is some speedrunners will make sure their entire inventory is full for this fight, because Erica will just tell them you should make room for this instead of giving them the TM, and that will save you a few text boxes and a few frames. So, we'll see. Alright, now we want to use Dig. Oh, we can't use Dig to get out of here. Alright. So let's cut through. Get through the rest of the gym. Now we don't have to worry about fighting them. And here we fly back to Fuchsia. We are going to go in, or no, we are not going to go heal here. I think we're just going to go into the gym. Alright, we have to fight. I think we have to fight this guy. Yeah, we have to fight him. Luckily, Earthquake is going to be super effective against most of these Pokemon. I think they have a solid amount of Psychic types, but oh well. Koga shouldn't, at least. There we go. Yeah, at this point, Riku is just an unstoppable monster. I'm telling you, I think Drowsy looks pretty cool in this game. let's use another earthquake, yeah. I just hope we have enough. I guess we're going to use Horn Drill for the remainder. But we'll see. 4 drowsies, though. I don't want to know what this guy does in his spare time. That's unhinged behavior. You're going to get around that guy. Around this edge. Go down just a little bit. You have to fight this guy before you get Koga. And then you're going to want to X-Accuracy Horn Drill right through Koga's team. Yeah, what is with all the drowsies? This is crazy. Alright, well, another earthquake. And then I believe this guy also has a Hypno, which we're probably going to want to earthquake again. Alright, way to go, Riku. We should start taking bets on what level Riku will get up to by the end of all this. Oh, that's just a killer. Oh, man. Wow. Okay. Well, that's why you have some heal items. That is crazy. Wow. You know what? That's for me. Oh, this is the dropping balls guy. All right, well, that all makes sense. All right, let's use a super potion. We might actually use, let's use 2. All right. Now we're just gonna get through Koga real quick. All right, Koga, just stop. It's gonna be Horn Drill after Horn Drill after Horn Drill. We're massively underleveled, which is not as big of an issue as it was in our last game. Alright, let's hope we can tank this Psychic. There we go. Alright. Wow, does he really just have I forgot in this yellow he has 3 Venonats and then a Venomoth. That's ridiculous. Oh, no. Come on. Alright, well, let's see. Do we even have a revive? Okay, well, here we go. I think the title of this episode is going to be Emphasis on the Relaxed. Definitely emphasis on the relaxed nature of this relaxed speedrun. Okay, well, let's see what Blitzard can do. Yeah, I think at this point we're just giving him fodder. And wow, for the first time we are in this channel, we're going to wipe. Hey, well, at least we might land a fly. Do nothing. Well, there you go. We're not landing the fly. Oh, okay. Well, it didn't matter that we did. Okay, you see, at this point, he just doesn't want us to get the... Okay, This is just getting crazy. Can you just use a move and just take us out of our misery? At least he didn't use double team. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Okay, thank you. Okay. You know what, Koga? You just made the list of enemy of the channel. Because of this double team nonsense. Koga is officially named an enemy of the channel. Along with save state issues. Okay, thank you. Well, that would have been run ending. And the first time in our channel history, we wipe. At this point, let's give Koga a piece of his own medicine, huh? Alright. Let's just hope for no psychic on turn 1. Now you see why you use an X speed against one of his Venonats. So that way you outspeed this Venomoth. Well, let's try take 2. No wonder Koga ends up going to the Elite Four. Sorry, spoiler alert. Alright, we're going to use the X accuracy. Oh my god. Alright, then you know what we're going to do? If he's going to do this, I'll show you what we're going to do. Oh, that's just ridiculous. We're going to use the X speed now. Pray we don't get hit by a psychic. Or a super effective psychic. Okay. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to super potion up. Oh, you know what we should actually do? I've got a better idea. We're going full cheese. Yeah, we're just gonna do full cheese here. Sorry, Lil Mac. Sorry, A. Wow, Koga is nearly impossible. When you have a guy who's weak to... I mean, he's poison, even. Oh shoot, does the X accuracy wipe now that we swapped out? Alright, well, you know what? We're gonna find out. That would be real unfortunate. Okay, well. Alright, no. Critical hit. Oh my god. Okay, well, either we got real lucky with that hitting, or... You know what? This is cursed at this point. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. Nope, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna try things the old-fashioned way. by losing. Okay. Well, this is ridiculous. Okay. This is crazy that Koga is gonna wipe us twice. At least Surfer's gonna get a ton of experience. Doesn't even level up. Okay, wow. So we're gonna wipe twice to Koga. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to get real lucky. Okay, here's what we're gonna do is we have to kill the first Venonat first and not get sleep powdered. That's non-negotiable. We can't get that happen again. That's what killed us this past time. We were silly, we didn't use the X speed the first time, and this time we just had bad luck. Alright, and I'm also gonna save here. Okay, now let's not wipe again. I'm actually getting frustrated. But you know what? It wouldn't be a game if you could just waltz right through it. Alright. No critical hit. No sleep powder. Okay, great. Perfect. And with that, hopefully, Koga gives it to us. Now we use the X speed. Okay, we can take the sun beam. Okay, and I think now... Oh, awesome. You've got to be kidding me. Riku, you gotta snap out of this, dude. We cannot be dealing with this. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Riku, man. You know what? Good on you. And on our third time, we finally take down Koga. Enemy of the channel. Enemy number 1, Koga. You've proven your worth. Alright. Wow. You know what? Oh my god. I don't even want this. We should just trash it, honestly. That was terrible, actually. I haven't had that much trouble with a gym leader in a long, long time. Alright, well, at this point, we're going to have quite the long speedrun, in quotes. What you want to do next is you want to go talk to Warden Slowpoke, give him the gold teeth. He will give you strength. And because we have Lapras, we can teach strength to someone who we want to teach it to. And there you go. Surfer learns strength. And now... Now we can get this rare candy. Alright. Now that we've done that, we can go take on Sabrina, which I'm hoping will be a little bit easier. But wow, am I not happy about Koga, especially considering he's not the super effective gym trainer like Sabrina is. I thought she would give us way more trouble. So I'll show you the quick way you get through to Sabrina, which is first use the bicycle. But last time we went in to face off every trainer against Sabrina. This time, not so much. So here, we go around. You want to take this warp panel. Then we want to go down here, take this warp panel, and then take that one. And now we're in for Sabrina. We're going to save though. And again, as you might imagine, we're going to be horn drilling and X-speeding. Luckily, Sabrina can be speedrunned, speedrunneth, because her Abra here is not very strong. So what we're going to do is use one of our X accuracies. She can use the X defend all she wants. And we're going to use an X speed. And the first thing we're going to do is earthquake it. The fact that it has no attacking moves makes it great for setup fodder. Alright. For Kadabra, we can use Earthquake, and then we're going to horn drill Alakazam. And I gotta tell you, it's going to feel pretty good because Koga did enough psychic work against us anyway. Alakazam looks awesome. Too bad we're going to have to horn drill it out of existence. There we go. And Riku, my friend. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We got the Marsh Badge. Anyone up to level 70 will obey us in trade. Oh, and we will take Psywave. Let's see, can we dig out of here? Excellent. We're gonna want to fly back to our hometown next, though, because we're gonna head toward Gym Leader Blaine. First, we want to heal. Talk to the mom. If you drive them too hard, they'll dislike you. I like that. I don't like driving them too hard. I like that she says don't drive them too hard. Alright. First we're going to use Surfer to surf a little bit. We're going to use a Super Repel. Alright. We're going to use some rare candies too. Here's where you want to start dumping some of them into Riku. You want to dump 3 of them in. Technically, he wants to get to level 44, but I like to dump him now. We're already over that, but we'll take it. Alright, and now you just want to get down to Cinnabar without getting caught. Whew, got real close there. It's like hitting Minesweeper. And yeah, you just come all the way down south with the repel. Oh! I'm gonna blame that on the GameCube controller. Alright. We do have to get through Cinnabar Mansion. Or Pokemon. Yeah, through Cinnabar Mansion. I always want to call it Pokemon Mansion. Alright, at least we can use the Thunderbolts. War Turtle took a step down. here. He looks less bulbous and segmented, but he looks a little, I don't know, he looks like he lost a few pixels, I would say. Okay, well now that we've finished with that, we get into Pokemon Mansion. We'll use the Super Repel, so we don't hit any guys. We want to come all the way up here, take this flight of stairs, press this statue. Who wouldn't? And fall down the big staircase. I love that it's just like open-ended like that. Alright, we're gonna cross over here. I'm gonna get this Carbos. Oh, no room left for items. Okay, well, let's see. Can we toss this? Yeah, you know. No, let's toss this. Alright, sorry, TM21. We're gonna use it immediately. Riku's gonna be busted. And then, oh yeah, we just go down the stairs, and then we're in the bottom room here. You do have to, yeah, you have to hit the secret switch. I like having some items in the inventory. I know it's technically not the speedrun efficient way, but I like having items in the inventory that we can easily trash. So we get that notification that we have too many items, and then we can just, you know, toss something. And so we have a better idea of like how much space we have left without having to actually keep track of it. That's why I keep picking up some of these items, is for that reason. Alright. Want to get this rare candy. Actually, let's use the rare candy. And let's also use the rare candy again. Let's get up to level 49. This? Oh, TM22, yeah. Okay, well, no more room for items. We can at least trash that then. Huh. Sorry. Oh, no, we don't want Solar Beam. There we go. Now we have the secret key. And here we will dig and then fly again. Because now we can fly back to Cinnabar, which is pretty convenient. I always thought you had to go to the Pokemon Center, like I said, but I guess not in this game. What will it not let us go? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, let's at least heal up while we're here. And at least we have a super effective move in this gym. I think the easiest way to get through here is actually to just answer all the questions. So let's see. Let's actually see. I don't know the answer. Okay. Why not? We never take the quiz, because I always want to face the trainers. evolves into Butterfree. Yes. I usually get that one wrong because the answer is, well, no, it technically evolves into Metapod. But I guess I overthink it. 9? No, they're not. Okay. Let's see here. Poliwag evolves 3 times. No. Although, next generation, we'll come back and talk depending on how you want to define evolves. Alright, you're absolutely correct. It wouldn't be me taking a quiz without getting one wrong for a stupid reason. Pokemon of the same kind and level are not identical. Yeah, that's true. I mean, again, how are you defining identical? I mean, I guess identical means what it means, but no. We know what TM28 contains. A move that's going to absolutely wipe Blaine off the face of the earth. Sorry, Blaine. Alright. Well, I don't even think we use any X moves here. Yeah, I think we're just gonna Earthquake it up. When you have a super effective move, you use it. Rapidash looks pretty sweet here. Wow. It looks just fierce. Like, it looks like the Pistons' old logo with the horse on it. Like, that is cool. Alright, let's, okay, faster. Let's hopefully take it out. Oof. Really close. We should be able to tank this, though. Should be able to tank it, I said. Okay. There we go. 4 badges this episode. I will take it. Make room for my gift. Sorry, I don't think we will, Blaine. Okay. We're gonna dig out of here. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. Let's do a time check. Alright, 2:52. Not bad. Only about an hour off the world record pace. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. And I think next time we will wrap up our special interstitial season. So hopefully next time we will finish off our relaxed speedrun of Pokemon Yellow. See what happens with the final part of Riku's journey as what may be our strongest Pokemon to date. Hopefully we don't have any more issues like we did with Koga. Alright, well thanks everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please tune in next time.